Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with the one and only Johnny Nelson. Johnny, we just witnessed Joshua Buatsi return to action against Pawel Stepien. Maybe underwhelming is the word here in terms of his performance. How do you feel?
Frustrating for Joshua Buatsi, but you've got to remember, it's the first time I've seen a fighter, a world-rated fighter with an unbeaten record, relieved and happy to lose. That was Stepien. And I looked at him, I thought, you didn't go in there to win. You went in there you were non-committal. And sometimes you get obvious fighters that are non-committal and you're the survivors. Stepien wasn't an obvious survivor. He'd have a go, and if the pressure is on, he'd just step out of it. So unless you got two guys engaging at this level, you'd expect him to engage. He wouldn't. So he let himself down, and the game was given away when the fight was over and he lost. He had a smile on his face. Said, "God, I've got through that." So for Joshua Buatsi, I understand the frustration, but you can't blame it if a man don't want to come to fight. He don't want to come to fight. Joshua Buatsi is getting the backlash of that. Yes, I'm quite sure he'll be happy to get the stoppage. He didn't. He got 10 rounds in though. He's been out in the ring a year. So for Joshua Buatsi, swallow it. Move on. I think Virgil Hunter will say, "Yo, you've got the rounds in. It's a good boy."
Off the back of that performance and other performances that you cast your eye over on Joshua Buatsi, how would you rate his chances against the likes of Callum Smith, Dan Aziz, Anthony Yard?
Well, you know what? Again, you've got to put Callum Smith at the top because he's proven. Yard, I thought Yard and Cole. You'd look who's around. You'd think, you know what? They are good fights. They are good fights that can be had. They are good fights that must happen. I'd keep my eye in the direction going forward, getting with Bivol or something like that. Fight can happen. We'll see how Canelo goes on tonight after boxing John Ryder. You might say, right, my next fight's against Bivol, because Bivol's still, what's he going to do? Step down the super middle or stay up there? That's the money fight. That's the big bucks fight. So he won't be looking at. He won't be looking at my man. He won't be looking at all.
That's the one. I thought Naz was in the building at one point.
Yeah. yeah. Well, you know what? I like what Ben was doing. I like what they're trying to do with him. So it works for me. Works for me every time. I think Ben is a star of the future. Yeah. I like which one? I like what Ben's doing. I think I like his blood. I like his hunger.
British title history. Lauren Price takes that history.
The first woman world champion from the UK was a woman called Barbara Butterick, born 1929, won a world title in 1957. You know, they were talking about women fighters, trailblazers. She was a trailblazer. Lauren Price goes on and wins the Lonsdale belt. Now she's got to get it to defend it. Good for her. I think she's, if there was anybody to be the first female Lonsdale belt holder, Lauren Price is the one.
Things away from this, I want to ask you, it seems like Tyson Fury will be taking on Zhilei Zhang. Can Zhilei Zhang cause another upset like he did against Joe Joyce?
Nah, not with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's too smart, too big. He could outbox him. Might not stop him, but I think he'll absolutely bamboozle and beat him by unanimously.
We spoke to Derek Chisora, and it seems like he's going to return back to the ring potentially against Francis Ngannou. Those are the strong whispers. Would you like to see Derek Chisora back in the ring against that UFC former heavyweight champion?
Listen. Derek Chisora will, as long as in fights, if he does fight again, decides to fight again, just be careful, man. Just be careful. You know, I like Derek. I got a lot of time for Derek, and I'm probably one of the first to say, you know what, you don't need this shit. But I don't hold his purse strings. I don't pay his bills. So I personally, if it was my personal opinion, I'd like him to walk away. But I'll watch when Derek fights.
Final question is, my apologies. Final question is, Conor Benn did an interview with my colleague Radio Raheem over in Mexico the other day, and he said he apologised for his behaviour in terms of dealing with when the case came out. Is that an apology you feel was needed, and the apology you feel is received as well from the boxing public?
Without a doubt. Conor Benn wears his heart on his sleeve. Conor Benn, it was to be expected. He was angry, he was upset. He's saying, do you believe me, not your lying eyes? He now looks at it from the other point of view to say, well, why would they? They don't know me personally. So he shouldn't have took it personal. People are going by fact. And now he's thinking, you know, I want to get on with my career. I don't want Conor Benn's name always associated with being a drug cheat. I want Conor Benn's name to be associated with who he's fought next, what he's got. He wants to get on with his career. Take your bad, move on, get on with it.
Cheers, Johnny. Appreciate it. Thanks.